A surprising fact is that the most popular fiction in all of history is not a book about a young wizard like Harry Potter, an old wizard like Lord of the Rings, or a middle-aged wizard like the New Testament, but the fundamental idea of money. This may seem silly to those of you lucky enough to have some. You may be inclined to pull out a wad of green papers, brightly coloured plastic sheets, or solid silver lumps emblazoned with the local emperor, depending on where and when you're reading this, and say, "Wait a minute," or "Maneri unus minutum," but the issue is not whether physical pieces of cash are real, but what those pieces represent. The oldest money was somewhat more real than the modern variety, in that it was made of decorated chunks of substances that were deemed valuable. Of course, that raises the same questions about what was deemed valuable and why as modern money. Generally, someone in power, which is to say the club-dragging local champion of the violence games, would do the deeming, and then everyone would agree, largely on the basis of preferring their heads to remain convex. This system remains in force today, except the "it's gold" part of the argument has been replaced with "because I said so," as provided by the leaders of various nations, who carry very big clubs indeed. The usage of money is studied by people called economists. However, if you were to buttonhole an economist at a party, a difficult prospect since economists do not get invited to many parties, he would eventually admit the truth, which is that neither he nor any of his colleagues know what a dollar, a ruble, or a denarius truly is. Caught in your net, he will scram and explain the wealth-creating function of banking and other usurious nonsense until he has had too many drinks and it becomes gross. A bank is a place where money is stored. They are places where people stand in long lines to hand over all their cash, meaning that through the simple expedient of claiming to merely hold on to it and give it back later, banking has become the most energy-efficient form of robbery ever invented. Banks are also therefore one of the very few institutions, along with churches and law libraries, dedicated to the storage and handling of popular delusions. In the modern era, very little money is exchanged via cash or barter. Instead, we wave small cards at machines, and those machines put their heads together and explain to everyone, on the basis of some maths they did, which of us is wealthy enough to buy New Zealand and which, in society's opinion, deserves to starve to death in a gutter. This whimsical numbers game is one of the main attractions of the capitalist system that make it universally beloved around the world.